Hey, it's your boy Tone Perrion and Freeman Freestyles, kicking it at the X Space. First of all, I want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode 1 of Cool Style, Get With It.
We appreciate your feedback and the love. Let's keep them coming, and let's get ready and tune in for episode 2.
Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey.
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it.
Yo, we're back at it. Episode 2, Cool Style.
Cool style.
What are we talking about today, man?
We're going to talk about hip-hop crossover. So, as we know, a lot of artists over the years have done many things on top of their music, and there's a few guys and girls that are quite stand out, so to speak. And I think we'll start off with Will Smith.
Will Smith. You know what? Like, so many Chinese folks say that I look like Will Smith. I think it's like the big ears and the eyes.
And it's a compliment, right?
I would say so. Will Smith's a handsome guy, right? I mean, of course, we all know Will from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I think that was like a pretty iconic part of my childhood. We all grew up watching The Fresh Prince.
Funny enough, in Australia, we still get that show. But I think more importantly is how he transitioned from doing Fresh Prince and then being a full-on hip-hop rap artist.
So it was The Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yes. That
So
was his crew.
That was
way
the
back
crew,
when, right?
Going back to that OG shit, which
Yeah.
is MC plus the DJ. That was pretty much the go-to combo back in the 80s.
And when you think about his video clips, there's graffiti all over it. He just was able to put all elements through his music and through his video to actually showcase the genre without being so parental guidance and explicit about it.
And not being so profane. Because he doesn't use, like, what, any swear words in his
I
music.
don't think he has. He did Bad Boys,
The
soundtrack.
occasional damn and hell here and there. But, like, no, like, his music was pretty darn clean, and that is what made it so marketable. And I feel like that's actually what even got him on the platform to be able to do a television show for such a large network.
Oh yeah.
And to be broadcasted to such a large audience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they weren't giving no contracts out to NWA.
None at all. You know what I'm saying? It was really good because it allows the audience to see the flip side of gangster rap, because that was pretty prominent during that period.
He made hip hop accessible
He did.
by making it comical, accessible, poppy,
Totally.
and positive.
And positive.
And who can forget like some hits like Summer, Summer, Summertime.
Speaking of someone who's also, if not more legendary, Michael Jackson, right? Someone who's legend, iconic, pioneer in many ways, from music to movies to many other things that he has done in his 40 years of career before he sadly passed away.
How could we forget Michael Jackson? I mean, we already brought up Will Smith making that first major transition from television to hip hop. Now, I want to talk about Michael Jackson making, I would say, the first big leap for all, African American artists, being the first to make it to MTV. They had no idea that would be the biggest break for music in general.
Ever.
It's like, oh, I don't know if black people can sell records. What do you mean you don't know?
What it's done, man.
It's already been done. Now just put us on TV and let us shine and see what happens next.
From him doing Off the Wall to Thriller to Dangerous, all the way to History. And I've got a little something.
Ooh, what you got?
A little collector's item.
Ooh.
From the Dangerous album. Again, he talks about movies, music, and art. This is the art side of it,
This is beautiful.
Something that was bought like 26 years ago. How much it's worth, I haven't gotten checked, but sure it's worth more than the $30 I bought it 25 years ago since then.
It's dangerous.
And I think, he's one of those artists where not just iconic, it's just his work ethic is relentless.
Yeah, Michael Jackson, he paved the way, even though he wasn't overtly a hip-hop artist. He did, with this particular album, kind of break into the whole New Jack Swing.
When you hear the track Dangerous, Jam,
With Michael Jordan, with the two biggest MJs of all time.
God, that video clip was so lit when it came out back in '93. Back in those days, music video was like an event for MJ, for Michael.
Yes.
Like with Black or White when it first came out, and then Remember the Time with Eddie Murphy, Magic Johnson.
Oh could I forget?
Yeah, and
that iconic Egyptian scene.
Yeah, and I think many of his video sort of transcend what others haven't done before. Like,
Yes.
I think morphing was one of the skills that were not used in music videos before, but black and white at the end, when he was switching between hits, that was the technique that wasn't actually being used anytime ever in the past.
Man, I got into MJ through the radio,
Mm-hmm.
through my parents, you know, their records, things they're listening to. Being from Detroit, just naturally surrounded by Motown. So, of course, the Jackson 5 being the pinnacle of Motown at that time, I always grew up listening to the Jacksons.
Okay.
In some way, shape, or form. You know, they are certainly pioneers of the boy band.
Right.
Just think of it like from that aspect. Like we wouldn't have any boy bands. We wouldn't have New Edition. We wouldn't have Boyz II Men. We wouldn't have NSYNC. We wouldn't have Backstreet Boys.
So true.
If it wasn't for the Jacksons.
For what he's done and being the king of pop, he was the one that broke through so many barriers, so many Grammy Awards.
Without a doubt, man. He is the king of pop for every reason.
For every reason. And then speaking of king, there's a queen as well. And her name is
Queen Latifah.
Latifah, UNITY, you know what I'm saying?
God. Queen Latifah not only made that transition from the music studio to the movie studio and the television studio, right? But she was also a singer, composer, and more importantly, an activist. An activist for women's rights, for black empowerment. This ultra militant image of just like female power and black power.
Then when she actually transforming into a jazz singer, and to me that completely blew my head off. She was using her powerful voice through different genre of music, and especially gone from something so hardcore into something so mellow and melodic. And then she went on to musical like Chicago, when I think she won the best supporting actress as well. And then she's got her own talk show. The Queen has transformed herself over the years, and she didn't only just start it, she's been doing it for like...
For 20 plus, damn near 30 years, and she's kept a pretty spick and span image throughout her entire career. When have you heard any like negative news about Queen Latifah or any
Not a whole lot.
controversies?
And she's been
Same
able...
with Will, as we mentioned him,
Not easy to do in America, right, as you know. Very tabloid-centric, TMZ-centric environment. Now we transition and talk about another prince, per se. Our good old Pharrell, which we talked a little bit about
Our
last
boy
week.
Pharrell, yes.
Let's get happy
Because I'm happy. Clap along.
with all this.
We got all the
Yellow
little
man.
minions, or as you know in China, the little yellow men.
Xiao
My
Hong.
little yellow man.
When you talk about Pharrell, I don't talk about what he's doing now. I talk about when he started with Teddy Riley doing Rumshaker. He was the one that was part of penning that song back then.
See, I didn't even know that. I realized.
It's real. For real.
For real?
For real, yes. And then obviously he went through a lot of production work behind NERD.
Yes. Okay, so we're talking about hip hop and transition. He hasn't translated to the big screen, but he has in other ways, right? By providing the soundtrack for Despicable Me.
Yep.
Also being one of the lead producers behind Dope.
True.
I would say he was one of the first to really penetrate the Asian market, especially when it comes to fashion.
Yeah.
You got the old BBC on right here.
Yeah, boys.
So during their boys club, shout out to his collaborations with Nigo and Bape. He really was able to make that bridge with Japan first, like in the early 2000s.
Yes.
But by the introduction of BBC and Ice Cream, now he's got his whole new collection of funkified Adidas sneakers.
Yeah, let's not forget about Adidas.
Those human race sneakers, they're pretty wild. They're pretty wild. I feel like his influence may have even given some rise to other brands like Vizu.
Yep.
Remember those back in the day? Like I don't know if they still hand paint all of the logos on the back seats of the jeans. But yeah, Vizu was a thing, and I feel like it's coming back. It's on its way back into fashion. But Bape, Supreme, all came out around the same time, like in 93, 94.
Early mid-90s, right? Yeah.
Can't forget Extra Large.
Oh, don't forget Extra
Extra
Large.
Large. Actually, Extra Large, as you and I both know, they just came to China for a huge tour, teaming up with a bunch of different artists. Actually had the opportunity to do a little shoot with them. So this is actually from their new brand, Loose. It's got some little flying money going on.
It's very nice.
We have a little interview with the Extra Large Boys as well.
Yeah, check it out.
Check it out.
Wicked.
关注我们，关注我们，关注我们的，
关注我们的微博、微信跟 Instagram。
关注我们，关注我们，谢谢。